Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Wednesday. Virtual Coffee Club in the house. I'm just going to give you a minute to get situated with us. These curls are wild today. It's Wild Hair Wednesday. Maybe that's what we need to do. Wild Hair Wednesday. I'm kind of excited about that idea. And then we could just show up with crazy hair and it won't matter and everything's going to be fine. That's perfect. We got this. As you join Coffee Club, please say good morning in the comments. Let me know you're here and hanging out with us today on this Wellness Wednesday. It's cold, really cold where I am, but really sunny. So I guess I don't know if that's maybe the trade-off. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm going to give you a minute. How are you today? For those of you who are checking in and creeping on it early, say hi. I'm going to give you another minute and then we'll get going. I have a really fun thing to share with you today. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, my tea feels so good. Yeah, I'm just going to do some deep breaths while I wait for you. It's always the hard part of doing the videos live as opposed to just recording a video and uploading it is the interim of waiting for people to come hang out is like a weird zone. And yeah, it's like you're talking to no one, but you're talking to someone, but you're waiting, but you're not waiting. It's kind of this weird, it's this weird realm to be in. And I'm feeling lonely without you at the moment. And then those who catch this later, I want you to hashtag replay in the comments right away and be like, I'm with you in spirit when you're floundering around waiting for someone to hang out with you. That would be the best part. Kelly, how are you this morning? Are you getting excited for Ladies' Night Out? It's coming up so quickly. It's next weekend, right? I'm going to look at the calendar. It's next weekend already. What are you wearing? I still got to figure that out myself. Yeah. So what else is new on this Wednesday morning? It's a Wellness Wednesday. We take a little bit of focus on our mental health, our checking in with each other, physical health, whatever you want it to look like. We are going to have a fun Fuck It Friday coming up later in the week. So don't worry. Kelly says, good, next Saturday, always dress in black. Well, I guess you guys do. As the Kinettes, you're situated, but the rest of us, we've got to think of our outfits. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you today? How are you feeling? What's going on in your world? I suppose, like I was saying earlier, that when it's really sunny, when it's really cold, it gives you the illusion that it's nicer out than it is. And so it tricks you when you go outside at how cold it actually is. Because looking out the window right now, I'm like, I want to go for a walk. It's so beautiful. However, it's too cold. Price goes up for the shoppers run next week. Okay, I'll create the team, the JA team. So again, this is open to anybody. We talked about it probably all through this time last year, but we are putting together a team and I would love it to be across Canada once again called Team the JA. And we do the Run for Women put on by Shoppers Drug Mart. Friends, you get a killer swag bag with this run and it's so much fun. And you can choose to do a 5K, a 10K, you can run, you can walk. And we're going to get a team together. And last year we had several team members that took part from Saskatchewan. We had some Manitobans. We had some folks from BC. And it was really, really fun. And of course, lots from Alberta. So we're going to do that again, and I'll get all the details ready to go for it's going to be fun. Mike LaBelle, Ladies Night Out is one of my favorite nights. Well, yeah, because you're like one of the only dudes who's at the event. So I could see why you would enjoy that evening. Kind of fun. Well, as we wait for a few more people, there's something funny. Well, I don't know. It was like heartwarming when I heard about it earlier today. And so I wanted to share it with you when we get a couple more people. We're gonna make a phone call, and hopefully I can make that work for something that I think is super cool. And really a great idea. I would love to see schools doing it in every sector of the world, but this was just kind of funny. So we're going to do that as part of our Wellness Wednesday today. Okay. And that's what I know about that. I was trying to think of, we had a guest booked for today that was going to help us with some of our mental health things, but like people's schedules are, I don't know if you're noticing this too, but things just get like up and down. And it's not even necessarily, I don't even know if it's from people feeling ill still or just like trying to actually manage your schedule now that we have one to manage. Do you know what I mean? Does this make sense to you? Corey, good morning. Wild one. Wild Wednesday. Sandy, good morning. Well, I'm glad you're here for a few minutes before you head to work. I will talk about this thing that I want to before you head to work, Sandy, because I think you would really enjoy it also. So there's a school in Healdsburg, which is somewhere in the US, some town. It's called West Side School. And they decided to put together a hotline for giving people, I guess basically they're giving people life advice, and there's a pep talk from kindergarten kids, and it's really cool. So we're going to phone this hotline, and I'm going to see if I can get it so that you can hear it while we do it. Okay. And then I'm going to share the number with you.
Hi, welcome to Pep Talk, a public art project by Westside School. Bienvenidos a Pep Talk, un proyecto creado por los estudiantes de Westside School. Para un mensaje feliz, presiona 5. Please listen to the following options for encouraging messages. If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1. If you needed words of encouragement and life advice, press 2. If you need a pep talk from kindergartners, press 3. If you need to hear kids laughing with delight, press 4. If you would like to make a donation to support this project, please press 6.
Isn't this cool? Okay, we're going to press 3 for a pep talk from kindergarten kids.
You can do it! Keep trying! Don't give up! To hear more, transfer you back to the main menu.
Okay.
If you're feeling mad, frustrated, or nervous, press 1.
Okay, mad, frustrated, or nervous. Let's hear it.
When you're feeling mad, you should take 3 deep breaths and think of things that make you happy. The thing that makes me happy is when, and I think of happy things will happen in the future, like going to a friend's house or a cousin's house. Bye.
Oh, okay.
If you're frustrated, just take 5 minutes off. If you're frustrated, you can always go to your bedroom, punch a pillow, or cry on it, and just go scream outside. If you're nervous, go get your wallet and spend it on ice cream and shoes.
Ice cream and shoes.
If you're mad or frustrated, you can do what you want to do best, or you can do flips on the trampoline. If you feel mad, please do something that you like. Do something that inspires you.
Yeah.
Do something to make you feel better.
Do something that makes you feel better. So yeah, they have all of these like saved messages, and you phone the number that I've put right here. Okay. I think most of us have cell plans where we can make a long distance call, depending where you are. I'm not sure exactly where this is. But I was just scrolling social media this morning and I saw a video about it and I thought, this is hilarious. Let's call it and see what it sounds like. So again, there's an option for donation. So I think it'd be a cool fundraiser for kids in school. Maybe kids in schools in your community would want to do this. And it was just this really cool, fun pep talk from kids. And it made me smile when I watched the video this morning, and I knew that I wanted to share that with you and just have a little bit of fun in, if you're feeling angry or sad, just do something you like. So possibly California. Yeah. So how cool is that? It was just that easy. So when you have a moment, I'd encourage you, write down this phone number and give it a call, maybe in the middle of the afternoon, right? We all hit that sort of afternoon slump where our energy shifts. We're kind of done with the day. I don't know who, I have yet to meet, and maybe you are, maybe you are one of those people, but I have yet to meet someone who is charged and on fire in the middle of the afternoon. I think that cultures like in Mexico, where they have siestas, have them for a reason, because it's just not our power hour. And I know for myself, I have to work on an actual energy reset in the afternoons. So this phone number might be one of those tools that you could phone and just be like, you know what? I want a pep talk from kindergarten kids. And you can't even really understand what they're saying, but it's so freaking cute. There was an option where you could hit just to hear kids laugh. I don't know about you, but even if you don't really like kids, hearing them laugh makes you laugh and feel joyful too. It just really does. So again, you can copy down this number and give it a call, and maybe it will be one of those things that helps pick you up in the afternoon. I don't know. It works. Heather, good morning to you. Good morning, Angie Brown. So anyway, West Side School in California. Thank you for that incredibly fun message. And they made a YouTube video about it, as I think is how it's starting to go sort of viral and get people from all over the world to tune in and call into their school and get their kid pep talk. But that would be a really easy fundraiser to do in your community with your kids. And then what's also nice about it, because as parents, right, every single fundraiser, you're buying the something, and it's not always a consumable product. So instead of encouraging all of your friends to buy the something from your kids, you could have them give a donation to listen to one of the inspiring messages. I thought it was brilliant. And I love it when we can share cool ideas where people could get connected. And think too of the moment for how beneficial that would be to, say, seniors in the community, or people who live alone, or people who are feeling down, or people who are feeling lonely. That's a phone call that you can make that feels like an instant connection, right? And connection is so important in our journeys in our mental health. That's what makes us feel like we belong. It's what makes us feel safe. It's what makes us remind ourselves of our worth. It brings a smile to your face. Those are key pieces for the best element of life, right? Is connection. So that quick phone call was kind of easy. I mean, if you lived in a smaller community, you could do sort of the same concept in that people could donate to your cause, and then you could have a team of volunteers, and those volunteers would actually phone. You could actually get people to call people. Do you remember that from the old days when we would make phone calls? We just don't do that anymore. We text a message, we email, we whatever, but through Facebook, you could do voice memos. You can do voice memos on phones, but you could actually physically call people. You could create a volunteer calling tree. And your job in that volunteer moment is that you would call and give somebody an encouraging message and just check in on them. And you could pay, I don't know, $5, whatever, right? You donate $5, and then you give me the name and phone number of somebody. And then I'm going to call that person and give them an encouraging message. This would be a really easy way to share some joy in a community. I mean, I think we're in a day and age where the challenge, I guess, with it is people don't like answering the phone anymore. But if you knew that it wasn't some telemarketer or something on the other end that was going to annoy you, phone calls are a lost, dying art. Think of when you actually, like, it's nice when you text a friend and you guys check in and you're like, okay, everything's good, life is good. But when we actually take 10, 15 minutes, or I don't know, an hour and a half, depending on who you're talking to, and you get to hear their voice and you get to talk to them and you get to have that connection through voice, that's pretty powerful. It's pretty powerful. Good morning, Krista. How are you? Welcome. It's good to see you today. So that's what I was thinking with that. That's what spurred that sort of creative flow in my brain this morning, bright and early. We had, what did it be, 2 weeks ago now, we had the lovely Chelsea from Lava Lily Lifestyle on as our special guest. And we were talking about the benefits of meditation and stilling your mind and taking moments to regroup. And in that interim, I've looked on things like Spotify, different places. There's apps galore. There's so many places that you can access quick and easy meditations to give it a try. Now, today marked day 14 in the 20-day, 20-minute meditation challenge that I accepted from Chelsea. And I've been getting up every single morning at 6:30 to do this 20-minute meditation with her and a group of other people. We have no idea who the group is because none of us are putting our camera on at 6:30 in the morning, because most of us, I think, are doing the meditation from bed. I know that's where I am. But you just know that there's a collective group of you in this Zoom that is going into a place where you are just becoming more in tune with yourself. And today's message was about courage. And what I also really liked in that message is that one of the things Chelsea said was courage and gratitude. No, fear and gratitude. My apologies. Fear and gratitude can't live in the same place. So when you're feeling fearful of something, and that doesn't have to be, I think lots of times when we hear the word fear, we think of something that has to be really scary. But I think we feel fear in unknown. We feel fear in change. We feel fear in processing through grief. We feel fear in a number of levels. But what's amazing is that if you swap your fear statement with a gratitude statement, it dissipates the fear. So I loved hearing about that this morning, that we went really internal in recognizing some of those fears, changing them into gratitude and releasing them, and talking about being brave and the courage that it takes to do work like this. Good morning, Pamela. How are you? And so I've really found, after 14 days of doing this challenge, it's changed a lot of the way I approach things on a day-to-day. It changes the way my morning routine has been. It's changed the way I felt about slowing down and going inward and being still. And I didn't think that, honestly, I didn't think that I had the capacity to do that, because my brain is like a ping pong game. It's been really cool. So I would encourage you to give something like that a try. And I was looking on Spotify. So quite a few of us, I think, have that, because we've made some virtual coffee club playlists together on there. But there's a ton of 5-minute ones. So even if you took 5 minutes in the morning to do a quick one of those meditations, or maybe that's what you do in the afternoon to hit that slump that we talked about before, I think would be really cool. Liz, good morning. It is so good to have you here. Hello. Helen, good morning. It is so good to have you here. Hello. Kelly says she's going to start running in the morning. Well, we're getting closer to some better weather for that, Kelly. That's for sure. But it's just even taking that moment. And I think that I shared it on one of my socials, but I'll put it on this page too. But we had Vic Mann join us a few weeks ago talking about different mental health techniques. And he brought up one called Eft Tapping. And when I've checked out the videos on this, because he had said, just give it a try, see what it's like. It's weird. It looks so bizarre, because you're tapping this place on your hand, you're tapping your head, your forehead, the side of your eye, under your eye, right here, right here, right here, under here. Like, it's weird. But you guys, it is so amazing at how it calms you down and changes your focus for just a moment. And the video, I really like this guy named Brad Yates. And he does a whole different ton of tapping videos on YouTube that you can access that are different lengths, different subject matter. And that's also been really cool. So just sharing a couple of mental health tips on this Wednesday morning. But again, if you want a phone, if you're joining us a little bit later, if you call this phone number, it's a California number, so you might have a long distance charge, but it's worth the call to call in today. There's a school, a West Side school in California that has created an answering machine service that when you call this number, you can get a pep talk from the kindergarten class, you can get life messages, you can hear kids laughing, or you can click the one if you're feeling angry or frustrated. And they will give you advice on how to move through that moment. Super cute, super fun. Give it a call and put a smile on your face today. So wishing you an incredible Wednesday, hoping that you do something this afternoon. Okay. Your challenge is to try something this afternoon to restart that energy for the rest of your day. Cause we all hit that afternoon slump. I feel like honestly, 3 o'clock is like the witching hour. Sometimes even 2 o'clock. So that's your challenge today on this Wellness Wednesday. And I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Cheers to you. Thank you for being here. And we will see you back here on Friday morning at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time for a little Friday. Bye, everybody.